Bernard here in Virgin Media. How are you?
How's things? Good, thanks. How are you?
Good, I'm good. Look, we're just talking to Joey there, and he obviously described this tomorrow as the biggest game of your season. Would you go along with that?
Yeah, definitely. I think obviously it's a long time since Shells were in Europe, 18 years, so I think to get through is obviously massive for the club, us as players, the staff, the fans, everyone involved. So yeah, we're looking to get through to the next round.
Just on, I suppose, last week and the confidence that gives you, and obviously the benefit you had this week is you had a good look at them last week. The unknowns, I suppose, in many ways are gone.
Yeah.
What are you expecting from them tomorrow night, and what do, I suppose, Shells need to do better tomorrow night?
Yeah, I think obviously last week before playing them, all you have is the clips you see online of them in their league and what the manager showed us, and then playing them, you get a good feel for them, obviously. And I think they're well organised. They'll be looking to kind of transition when we have the ball. I think we could be vulnerable, and that's when they'll be looking to attack, because they have wingers that kind of cheat and stay high, and obviously our fullbacks are looking to attack. So I think for us it's kind of when we have the ball, we need to be looking at stopping them in transition if we give the ball away. And I think stuff we can do better. Last week I think sloppy turnovers were a big thing for us, and it was probably when they were most dangerous was when we were giving up the ball. So I think just being better in possession for us is a big thing.
Having said that, the benefit is you know them much better this week than you do last week. I suppose sort of the other thing you have to manage is the fact that you're 2-1 ahead. Does that alter the approach? Which way do you go about that? Because obviously you'd like to score more goals, but equally, you know, if you concede one, then it's level. Yeah,
I think obviously it's great winning last week, but I think today or tomorrow, is a new game, and I think you just have to win it. If you go out and try, I think we'll hold on to our results from last week. That's probably when you're vulnerable, and I think it's just need to try win every game. Obviously if the game finished 0-0, that's great, but for us and the manager would never want to go out and take a backward step, so it will be all focused on just winning the game.
All focus is on winning the game, but I suppose such is the nature of European football, an away game, that the game is only a small part of it. How are you managing the week, I suppose, the travel to get there, the heat, and I suppose keeping yourselves ticking over even when you're not training? Yeah,
I think we had a smooth travel yesterday. As far as travelling can go, it all went to plan. We got over here yesterday early enough, and I think the manager is big on staying out of the sun, resting as much as you can. He's big on sleep and stuff, so that's been the main focus, just get the feet up as much as we can. And we've a light training session today to replicate the same time as the game tomorrow. Obviously taking the heat into consideration, not like that in Ireland, so that's a big factor, but I think it's meant to be cloudy, so a bit of luck, and we'll see how we go on with the humidity. But yeah, we're just resting as the main focus.
Any nuggets that the manager, I know Joey was speaking about his own European experiences there. Again, you're around each other 24/7. Is the management team giving you any sort of advice based on what they've done in Europe and European games this week?
Not too much, no. I think we kind of know ourselves. Obviously it's the first time for many of us playing in Europe, but as footballers you know how to get yourself right for a game. Like it's the same as games at home. You're not going to be out doing anything different. Over here it's certainly not like we're in holiday mode, and it's full focus on getting our bodies right for the game, and we're not taking that lightly. So I think everyone kind of knows themselves what needs to be done to get right for the game.
You had great support obviously at home last week. Looks like there's a sizable amount of Shells fans who are making the long trip of trains, planes and automobiles to get there to cheer you on tomorrow night.
Yeah, look, it's great having them. We'd be lost without them. I think last week they were incredible, so we're hoping, I think they're not staying far from this hotel. I'm sure we'd see them if we were out on a walk, but yeah, we're hoping they're noisy tomorrow, and we're hoping it's a good result for them.
And just on, I suppose, the league as a whole, look, it was a great result. I know you only focused on Shells for Rovers last night. I think there's talk of maybe 1.7 million that's worth to them. Just looking at the league as a whole, obviously Derry play a game tomorrow night as well. How important is it, I suppose, that all the sides do well in Europe this week, obviously yourselves included? Yeah,
it's great for the league, I think, to get Irish football out there even more. I think if people are seeing us across the water and stuff, Irish teams doing well in Europe, I think it's massive for everyone, and it was great for Rovers to win last night. And obviously us and Derry are hoping to get through the rounds, and it just boosts Irish football that bit more every time.
Great stuff. Best of luck. Thanks for being JJ.
Cheers. Thanks a million.
Thank you, Bernard.
Hi, JJ. Aisling here from Off the Ball. How's things?
Hi, Ari.
Good, thanks. You just mentioned there about obviously not playing in Europe in 18 years and how massive of a win it was last week against St. Joseph. What is the momentum like now within the squad, obviously being top of the table in the league as well?
Yeah, I think that obviously helps, having good form in the league, off the back of a few wins and good results and stuff, and having won last week. obviously it's much better that we beat them last week, so we know we're capable of beating them. It's obviously a different task tomorrow with the weather and different things, but yeah, we're full of confidence, as we should be. As you said, we're top of the league, so it's all positives for us tomorrow.
You mentioned that Damien is making sure you're staying hydrated and getting your rest in. Is he knocking on doors or making sure you're going to bed at a certain time?
Nah, he's not. To be fair to him, I thought he would be, but I'm sure he trusts us as players, as he should as well. We're all doing the right things, and I think us as players have to take accountability. If anyone, for whatever reason, was doing any messing, which they wouldn't be, but it's up to us to, step in and tell them what's right and stuff. So, but nah, he hasn't been knocking on any doors as of yet. Tonight might be different, but we'll see.
And is it important to enjoy these occasions as well? I know it's a seriously professional environment and you're going out to put in a performance, but at the same time to embrace these trips and use it as a way of getting closer as a team too.
Yeah, for sure. I think coming away and staying in a hotel for a couple of days, it's nice to bring lads closer together and obviously get to know people more. We've a couple of new signings, obviously, that have settled in really well. Even for them, I think a few lads had to sing yesterday and stuff like that. Just bring everyone closer together. It's good for the bonding and stuff. But it's been a good experience so far.
And where does games like this rank for you in your career, like playing in Europe?
Oh, it's the most important game for me. I think I've only played in Europe once. So for me, it's one of the biggest games I'll have played in, and we're hoping that there's another one next week and it won't be the last.
And for the fans, you mentioned them there, like just thinking back to last week, they make such a difference.
Yeah.
They are that extra man out on the pitch, and you'll be hoping that's the same. Yeah,
for sure. I think they give you that extra boost, when you're tired and things, or if the games are going too well and you hear them and they drive you on that bit more. And especially tomorrow, it will be a tough game. We're not expecting an easy game at all after last week. It's a well organised team, so to hear them and to have them over there, and obviously more fans than St. Joseph's have, it will give us that boost to kick on and do well for them.
Brilliant, JJ. Best of luck.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ashling. Kieran?
Hi JJ, Kieran from Between the Stripes, hope you're well.
How are you, alright?
You just touched on it there with Ashley. Actually, you've played well over 200 games in your career, yet this will be your third European game on Thursday if you feature. It just goes to show how special these nights are. I know as a group you'll want to have many more going forward over the next few years, but these are nights to be cherished.
Yeah, for sure. I think it doesn't matter if you played 500 league games, nothing compares to playing in Europe. There's a much different feel to it. They're so important for everybody as players, and I think there's obviously some lads here that haven't played in Europe, and obviously Sean Gannon, who's played probably too many times for a lot of people's liking. But no, it's great. I think everyone is really excited, and it's a huge opportunity for all of us.
That previous experience you had in Europe, that was with Bose, was it the trip to Hungary you were involved?
Yeah, it was Hungary, I think, Faravar, but it was only, even that wasn't the full European experience because there was no fans, it was a away game. It was during COVID, so we didn't even get to play a home game, but I'm happy that I'm getting the proper experience with Chelsea.
Yeah, you went out on penalties that night. I know you didn't take one, but if God forbid it does go that far on Thursday, would you be willing to step up?
Yeah, of course. The hand would be straight up. I think if I was asked to take one, there'd be no hesitation. I think if you're not confident taking a penalty, then I'm not really too sure you should be on the pitch, so everyone should put their hand forward straight away.
Very good. And finally, I know the new Ireland boss was at the game on Thursday, and there's obviously been talk that maybe going forward there might be League of Ireland based international squads put together as someone that's in the league at the moment, and you're on that stage of Europe. This is a big opportunity for teams that are in Europe maybe to put their hand up for something like that going forward. Yeah,
that would be great, and it's a great thing if they are trying to do stuff like that, because I think there is really talented players in the league, and we should all be getting a chance to experience stuff like that. And obviously, if any players in the league were involved in international setups, I think that will only push the league on further and give it more recognition.
JJ, all the best. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, Kieran.